Hi guys, Tuva here. It is Monday the 25th of July and we are a waning moon in Gemini. So how does Gemini affect us? Well, for a start, it's very intelligent and it brings people together in a very social way. You might find it hard to concentrate on one particular thing. There's two in a person in Gemini, so you've got two ways of looking at things, two ways of being, and so your sensible self might be fighting your silly self, two standards. So again, this will have an effect on you. Because it's waning, you may feel a little bit of instability in your emotions. You might find yourself being happy one moment and then emotionally sad the next, and that is because the waning moon has this effect. As it loses things, gets rid of things, you will find it will affect you in this way. You might find you don't actually understand others like you would normally. You might get very sensitive over something that's said to you or that you wouldn't normally. So guys, it is quite a strange sign in a waning moon, but it's okay, you will get through. It's only there for a couple of days and then you'll move on. Now let's go get into the reading. I do feel actually a bit of Odin's energy today, and that normally means he's got something to say. Just got one that I feel is specific. I've got three in my hand, so I'm going to take them. Okay, now funnily enough, this one's turned over. These three have actually appeared upwards. I'm going to go for the ones that are up first. And we've got Dagaz, Isa and Manaz. What I am picking up from Dagaz, it's about transformation, guys, but in what way, we might ask. Remembering we are actually going through a Gemini waning crescent moon, and that can make you more unstable with your emotions. It is also a transformation in you, an enlightenment, so daytime, light, dawn, so you're breaking through on something. You're getting to understand that there's something happening, and radical change. So you've got quite a few options emotionally with this one. You've actually made a breakthrough in something you've been trying to work out for quite a while, and if that's the case, your emotions would be relief, I would think, that you've actually broken through. Is it that you now know that you need to make a major directional change because you've had that breakthrough? And also achievement and success could be in the picture. To come out of the darkness of what was causing you the problems, and now you have been enlightened. You've left that darkness behind you, and now it's the new day, the new dawn, the new beginning. It also means day in the language of the Nordic lands. And when you think in the Nordic lands, they had very long nights and winters. So the day is very much associated with light. And so Dagaz is the essence of natural daylight. The new light, the new dawn, and the strength of the sun, which hasn't been seen for a long time. So you have to get into that mindset of where these runes come from, what the tradition behind it is, and how the people lived, and it helps you understand them a bit more if you're not living in that country. Spirituality wise, it would be the divine light, the high point of the natural cycle of darkness, then light, then darkness. What, you might ask, does this signify? Well, growth, progress, a development in something that you're doing, and change, that ecstatic knowing that you are making the right choice and there is change ahead. So I'm going to move now on to Isa. Taking a look at the situation, because it is the rune of ice. And what does ice do? It congregates and doesn't move. Stagnation, you're standing still. And so the ice cold, freezing, lack of change. Now that is totally different to Dagaz. I feel this is saying you have stagnated for so long. Also be wary of where it's going, because you're so used to sitting there and thinking about things. This could feel like it's happening too fast. It's about taking stock, looking at the situation and making sure that this change that you're going through is correct and is okay. You don't want to make any mistakes. So sometimes taking a step back and assessing what's going on is also very important. That's basically a type of protection against any action that might be detrimental to what's happening. Do not let yourself get into that rut. You know, there's only so long that you need to step back and have a look. If you're really sure on what you're doing, this is just making sure you're making the right choice. Once you have made that choice, which you've done, just take a quick look back, have a look at it, assess it, and if it's right, move forwards in it. But don't let it be the thing that stops you from moving on. You don't want to stay looking at the situation for too long. And also, don't be afraid, don't be iced up, don't be afraid to show your feelings on a situation if there's more than one person involved in this. So patience and wisdom are called for. This is not a time to abandon your goals, but the opportunity to reflect and reaffirm them. But this is also a time of contemplation and preparation of what you're going to be doing. And no regrets, guys. Whatever the decision is, do not have regrets in it, because change is good. Change is really good for you. As winter changes into spring and then summer and then back to winter again, it's movement, it moves. So let's go on to the next one, which is Manaz, and that is the humanity stone, about who we are, the self, the inner being, the soul, and manhood and womanhood. So it's not just about man, it's about both. You can look around and see friends and family, so that is all encompassed into this rune. And you might ask, how does that work in with this? Well, it's human nature within what's going on. If there's more than one person involved, you're going to have different ideas, different creativities and different intelligences. Destiny will await all of you. So you need to go out there and claim it. You are a spiritual being, but you're also a physical being too. And so you need to get that balance of body, mind and spirit. So embrace everything that you've got and use it in this venture that you're on. You've all got different outlook. So you need to be in one accordance, and that means being human, having that humanity and that compassion and the love for each other, and listening to each other too, because you might have a good point that the others haven't thought about, or they too might have a good point you haven't thought about. And in the end, it's about cooperation and walking forwards in this. Okay guys, so now we've got that rune that is turned over, so we're going to have a look. We have Urus. Lovely. And we all know all about Urus. The strength rune. Physical or mental strength. So that means stopping something or starting something. Going ahead with something that you've seen the light of day on. But this is saying take a quick look back just in case. Not a termination, it's a beginning. And so you need to be just going for it, really. Mental and bodily development in your health, power, and also includes emotion and spiritual strength too. You might find that You can put things in the way of stuff that you're starting. You can suddenly start to feel emotional and start to think, I'm a bit depressed, I don't think I can do this. Or you might have had to take some time out from it because of health. Don't let that sway you. Don't let that put you off. You are strong. You have the capabilities. You have that strength within you to fulfill everything that you want. But also, guys, as I've said before, with strength comes responsibilities, and that might mean for yourself or for those that are working with you. So always take that into consideration. Never force something, never force others, because you'll be disliked for it. Being outmaneuvered by others will always come into it, because humans have this tendency to turn on each other. But if you are okay with what you're doing and someone upsets you, you can always just say, I'll go alone, I'll sort it myself. Just be adult enough and emotionally stable enough to realise that people have faults, people can turn, and so just be aware of that. Don't let them upset you, because you give them the permission to do so. You can either accept it or you can just go with how you feel, and I would say ignore it and just get on with your lives. So there you go, guys. Quite an interesting reading today, and it all fits together. And I don't know, I felt Odin at the beginning, and I feel like he's nodded as if to say, yep, point got across. You know, be strong in yourself. Don't let others tell you what to do. You have your own feelings, your own spirituality, your own health issues. So you know your limits, you know how you can progress. If others tell you how it's going to be, just say, okay, thanks for and walk away and just think, I'm doing it my way. Just don't let them upset you. Don't give them that permission. And I'm going to leave it there. So with the strength of Urus, I wish you a happy day, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another reading for you. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of Alang.